Hi everyone, welcome to the Augsburg men's basketball playoff preview and review of last night's game. Big win for you. Coach Ryan Kershaw, assistant coach for the Augsburg basketball team, joins me today. Thanks so much for joining me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really appreciate it. Great win last night. Had a chance to take in the game. Talk about putting up 86 points. 99% of the time you're going to win that game. Offensively, you're just in a flow last night.
Yeah, guys really stepped up, and it was really a fun environment. I mean, we had a great crowd there last night, and guys were obviously they were looking forward to that game quite a bit, and really stepped up and made some plays, made some shots. I mean, that's the name of the game. You just got to make shots in a game like that. That type of atmosphere, we just had some guys step up and make some plays, and it was terrific. So definitely something to build on and to look forward to. Obviously going into the Gustavus game.
I'm sure the seniors didn't want that to be their last game. Dave Olson and John Cassins were huge. 18 points for Olson and 13 and 6 for Cassins. So talk about how your seniors stepped up. Those two guards have been so important over the last 4 years and the improvement of this team. And going, like you said, going into Gustavus, it's got to be a big confidence booster for them.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, those guys, they've really created a legacy here in their 4 years that they've been here, and I mean, what a way to go out for them and to win their last home game here, have a home playoff game, advance to the semifinals, for the second year in a row, and have a chance to get the championship game. And those two, I mean, their leadership has been terrific for us all year. And if you look at the history of the MIAC and over the last couple of years, and really in any sport, but particularly men's basketball, I mean, the teams that win year in, year out are teams that have veterans, they have experienced guys, and those two really have stepped up and done what your leaders and your veterans need to do, and it was great that they were able to do it again last night.
Hopefully we can get them one more home playoff game. Could be the MIAC championship here.
Yeah, I love that.
That'd be fantastic. I'm sure that'd be a great crowd here for that. But looking at the keys of the game before the game, obviously, we were talking about a little bit with my analyst Brett Cloutier about Andy Grimm obviously was huge, was really big in your last victory against St. John's. 13 and 13, kind of took over down the stretch, even hit a three, which got the guys kind of moving all around the bench. But talk about how his inside play has been big against them, and not necessarily on the glass, but how he created an inside presence. Had a lot of finishes, 3-point plays last night too.
And Andy's been great. I mean, he's really improved from last year, his first year here, to this year, and he's really stepping up. He's playing with a lot of energy and a lot of confidence, and as you alluded to in that first game, the last time we played St. John's at home in the regular season, he made some huge plays for us. Obviously, the three that you referred to, but he had some tap outs, and we got some extra possessions because of his effort and his intensity. And obviously, he's been a presence on the defensive side of the floor too, which has been much needed for us as well.
Talk about the other key that I thought. You got your 8-man rotation. Those three off the bench: Marcus Brum, Brett Sorensen, and Matt Quammen. They were huge last night as well. Matt Quammen, 15 points, 11 for 19 with 31 points for the trio. So obviously, those three guys off the bench, fresh legs, and such talented players. It's got to be a huge boost to get your starters some rest. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, that's been one of the keys to our success all year, has been the depth that we have, and we've got a talented roster. We have some guys that didn't get in the game last night that easily could have, and have had some good games for us. It just happened to be, Quam stepped up last night, and Marcus has been solid, and Brett Sorensen. I mean, he brings a lot of things to the table that you may not see in the stat sheet and whatnot, but he really has had a positive impact in pretty much every game he's been. And he's healthy now, which has been big for us too. I mean, he had about a 3-week stretch there where he was hurt with a knee injury, and it limited him a little bit. And so he's been great. And obviously Quam, stepped up and made some big shots last night. And that's a perfect game for a guy like Matt Quam. I mean, he really relishes those moments, and in a big crowd in a situation like that, he loves that environment, and you'll have another chance down at Gustavus. It'll be a big time environment down there as well.
Perfect transition. You got here, and now Thursday, 7:30 down at Gustavus in St. Peter. You have the chance. Talk about the keys to the game coming off last night, and what you expect to see out of the team.
Yeah, I mean, Gustavus is a very, very good team. I mean, that's a very successful program. Year in, year out, they're always right there in the top, 2, 3, 4 in the league. I mean, that's a very good team. We've had some success down there against them here recently. Pretty much every time we play them, the game's going to go down the last minute and a half, 2 minutes, and I would anticipate that would be the case as well for us tomorrow night.
It's kind of funny if you look at the score lines of St. John's. You're exactly tied over the two matchups, and the same deal with Gustavus. You won by 5 and lost by 5 this year. So talk about this team's a lot like St. John's in the fact that they may not have that one dominant guy. Obviously, Aaron Birdsall on St. John's, he had a good game last night, but he shut down everybody else. Looking at Gustavus, Ryan McPartland is 24th in the conference in scoring, and he's their best scorer that they have in their team. So looking at a team that was second in the conference in assists, does that present a challenge in the fact that a lot of different guys can step up, as you saw in the 2 previous games that you played them?
Yeah, there's no question. I mean, those guys, Gustavus has terrific balance. I mean, up and down their lineup. They play 10, 11 guys, who can all do different things and all hurt you on the floor. Guys like Jesse Van Sickle, Phil Wirtz, who's had a very good year for him, and obviously the post players. I mean, Gustavus is a terrific program, and those guys are very well coached, and they're fundamentally sound and disciplined, and it gives them a chance. They're going to be in every game because of the style and the way that they play. And we've had some success against them. I would anticipate it'll be a close game again, and hopefully we're right there. And last minute and a half, 2 minutes, we can make plays. Where last time we played them, we went down there and we were fortunate. We hit some shots, some tough shots that fortunately fell for us, and hopefully we'll be able to do the same again on tomorrow night.
You talked about your offensive prowess last game. What's the approach this game, without giving away too much, of course, just in case Gustavus is watching, but what's the approach going to be coming off that 86-point game? Obviously, that inside-out feel kind of worked, and you hit a lot of outside shots last night. Yeah,
we did, and that really opened. Our penetration has really been big for us. Our guards, again, those veteran guards that we have, getting in the lane, making plays, finding shooters. We've had some luck we've had some success with those guys, just playing within the offense, and we've really had much better ball movement and guys sharing the basketball. It's really been terrific for us here recently.
Yeah, talk about the improvement this team's shown over the 5 years Aaron Grease has been here. Obviously, you've improved every year since then. You've been here 3, so you've gotten a chance to see very talented teams and talented players come in and out of this program. Is this the most talent you've had on one team, and is this the best, most cohesive unit that you've had? What do you say?
I would say that our depth is better this year than any of the previous 3 years that I've been here. And again, we've got part of a major component to our success this year has been the veterans that we have. Again, if you look around the league, year in, year out, the teams that have that experience win. And now we're playing veteran guys that have been in the system for 1, 2, 3, and now with John and Dave 4 years, and that's huge. You can't replace that experience, and those guys have been huge for us. They've played like veterans need to play, and the depth thing is big too. Where in years past we've had 1 or 2 guys might get in early foul trouble, something like that, and now we've got guys that we can go to that there isn't that drop off that we've experienced in the last couple of years. So yeah, I'd say that the depth that we have and the balance too. Guys like Andy Grimm has stepped up. Corey Polta has improved considerably. He's given us a little bit more of an inside presence. Guys like Marcus coming off the bench, and it's been a fun year for sure.
Ryan, thank you very much.
Yeah,
appreciate it. Good luck tomorrow night, 7:30 down in St. Peter at Gustavus. 2-seed Gustavus versus 3-seed Augsburg, who came off a big victory last night. That's assistant coach Ryan Kershaw. I hope to see a lot of people down at the game. I think I'm making the drive tomorrow night. So wish the Auggies good luck and head forward and hope we can make that MIAC championship game.
All right, thanks a lot.
Appreciate it. Nice.